Few days back, I posted a post on LinkedIn telling the story of how few designers ditched me. I got a lot of advices on LinkedIn. Few people suggested that you should have contract, and if they are binded by a contract, they will not do. They cannot just commit and go away easily. They will have to bind by the contract. And few people suggested you don't need a contract, you just need to give them the right amount of compensation or this, that, etc. But for me, my philosophy is passion driven. Okay, so even if you see my cover of LinkedIn, or my philosophy is written at a lot of places on my website and all, that whatever you do it with passion, or don't do at all. Now this video I'm not making to rant them or anything, but it's just like for me also it was a good experience, and for them also they got a learning that they should never ditch someone like this. So I think it's okay for both of us, for them also, for me also, it was a learning. But trust me, nobody can teach you that what looks good and what doesn't. Okay, so it's your own inner self who will say that, okay, this design looks really good, or this particular video or this particular creative looks very good. So it should come from within. That skill, I am not sure if anyone can teach it. I myself cannot teach it to anyone, because that comes from my inner self, and I know that what looks good and what not, and I say that, see, it's not me who decide that what looks good or not, it's the people, right? So we are making the design, we are making the creative, anything, we are making it for the people. I say the reason of me making this video is to just get few people who can help me also. So if you are watching this video, if you have some or the other level interested in design, the 5 tools or the 5 softwares or anything you want to call, whatever I am going to tell about, you can acquire that skill. But before telling that, let me just give you a brief of what things are important in design. Look, when it comes to design, a lot of people just think that, okay, if you drag and drop elements and they will look good and that's it. It's not like that. So when it comes to design, the thought is more important. Okay, so if a thought process is there that, okay, you have to put this maze, and you have to show that this maze is made up of some numbers and all those things, and ultimately it's reaching to some goal. Now that's my thought, right? So now after doing that, what is the next step is, after the ideation process, the ideation will translate into design. Now if this ideation is concrete enough, then the design will automatically flow. And a lot of people actually make mistake at this level only. So the idea is not concrete enough. Okay, so when you are doing a design, it's very tough for you to understand that, okay, what element shall I choose, or what kind of colors shall I choose, right? So that's the first step. Make sure whatever ideation is happening, it's happening very concrete and it's not vague. So it's very specific that I have to do this, do that and all. The second tip, what I would like to give you is, please focus on spaces, white space or whatever space. Don't clutter up your design, man. Why you would like to do that? So I've seen a lot of people, especially you go in Hyderabad, you see the billboards, and you will see that they're too much cluttered. Like, why you would like to cram so much information when people don't just give that much attention to it? It's like 30 seconds attention, and you are writing so much that takes at least 2 minutes to read. It doesn't make sense. The third tip is, please focus on typography. Now a lot of people think, okay, design is all about dragging some elements and making something beautiful. That is one aspect of design, but typography is another aspect. So whenever you are making something, make sure that typography is right, it's conveying the message properly. Now I personally saw people don't understand, like, see, I'm saying that the typography looks bad, but they still don't understand that, and they just keep on doing the same mistake.
Stop it. Get some help.
And the last tip is colors. So a lot of people go very out of the blue and they choose very weird colors, and that is okay if you are a fan of vibrant colors and you just want that vibe coming on. that is good, but you cannot use that for every client, right? So you need to make sure that you tweak your design thinking. So it's called design thinking. Your design thinking must be very seamless for every client. You must tailor it as per its need. So I will not be, doing the same design what I do for a car company and what I'm doing for a two-wheeler company, right? So that you need to keep in mind. So a car company will have a different vibe, different colors. It will be more on premium side, whereas a company which sells two-wheeler and they are into some electric scooter, let's say, and then you can just design based on that. So if it's electric scooter, what kind of things I can convey with my colors and font. So that design thinking, please make sure you develop it. How do you do that? It's just by looking at the design on internet. Especially you can explore Dribbble, Behance and such sort of websites, and you can understand that the kind of designs people are making. And on Instagram also you can just put hashtag design and such sort of hashtags and understand what kind of illustrations people are following, what is more engaging to people, what is more attractive to people, and go in that direction. Coming to the tools or softwares which you can start using from today itself. So if you don't have a laptop or PC and you want to do something in design, you don't actually have to worry. You can start with an app called Pixart. And that's really good. It's giving you the capability to remove backgrounds. You can do good typography in it. You can use good colors, custom colors. You can even make your own effects and all, right? So that kind of flexibility Pixart gives. I am fan of Pixart because whenever I have to do an on-the-go design, it's a go-to software for me. But if you want to do stuff for your client, how you will be able to do so? You can use an app also, and it's there in PC also. So you can visit canva.com, and it's my go-to software for any design what I do. Personally, for any client, that is what I use. If it's not something advanced like illustrations and all, I use it Canva. In fact, for 2 brands currently I'm using Canva and they're doing really good. So Canva is a place where you can design such good creatives because they already have templates made. You can use that, or you can create your own stuff on the blank canvas, and that is the good part, right? So when you get a blank canvas, you have shapes, you have gifs, you have stickers, everything. It makes just your design much more easier, and your thinking process will improve automatically. Personally, I don't use Canva app much because I find little buggy compared to the desktop version. So I personally prefer using it on laptop, and because it's a bigger screen, so I would be able to make the design properly. I can keep spaces, and I can see how the typography actually looks on every device, right? So that is why I personally prefer Canva Desktop. And yeah, there is one catch. If you want to export PNG stuff, you need Canva Pro. You can still do jugaads, if you don't know what jugaad is, if you are watching from somewhere else, just Google it. So you can do jugaad, visit a website called remove.bg, and you can just put there whatever stuff it is and it will remove the background for you. But again, it's not that clean unless and until you want to compromise. I would suggest you can go for Canva Pro and spend some $8 or something. It's, I think, worth it. Photoshop is something very old school, and in fact Illustrator also. You can say whole Adobe Suite or whatever Adobe Suite have, because it have a learning curve. You need to get that particular thought process that, okay, I have to use this shortcut for cutting this, I have to use this. So it's not something I use it too often, but I also have the Adobe Suite. So whenever some illustration work is there or something, if I download something from FreePig, then I have to remove the background and all. I have to do this stuff in Illustrator only because AI files open in that. So you can learn Illustrator and Photoshop. This design skill, this particular software skill is really good for you, because if you want to make a career in design and you understand these two softwares, in fact InDesign also, there's another software in Adobe called InDesign. So these three softwares if you learn, I personally feel you can call yourself a full stack designer. The only downside of Adobe Suite is that you cannot work collaboratively with other people. So if you have 2-3 friends, or you want to do it in your organization and you want 2-3 people to involve on a particular design, then it's a lot of back and forth in Adobe. Email, then this, it will come, then this guy will open. So it's a huge flow, right? So if you are looking for something, a new age tool, then I would suggest Figma. Honestly, I haven't used Figma till now. I have to explore it. But what I liked about Figma is that it does what Illustrator do. So you don't have to have Illustrator to do, and Illustrator is a very heavy software. So your laptop takes time to load and all. But when it comes to Figma, it's online. You can just upload your file and you can start moving objects in the illustration. So that part I really like, and obviously the collaboration part. So if you have 2-3 people, everybody can contribute it, and a design will turn out really good. So I think, yeah, Figma compared to Illustrator, it's better, but there can be downsides, like you cannot do a full-blown design with Figma. Maybe you need at that time Illustrator, or if you're doing something from scratch that time. So yeah, I have to explore it personally. I would suggest you also explore personally and see how it works, and let me know in the comment section. I hope you found this video informative, because I wanted to give some value to you guys, and in return, if you, let's say, want to, anytime you feel that you have that kind of skills, just DM me, dm@mdfarhan.com. I will see if I can get you on board for any of my clients' project or anything. I would definitely love to, because if someone is having that design thinking, I would definitely love to collaborate with them. Don't forget to subscribe the channel. Please share this video with your friends and family. I am Farhan signing off. See you in the next video.